Shut up and sit down. Shut up and sit down.
Hello, good evening, and welcome to another episode of Build, Paint, Play. I'm Dave.
Greetings, programs. I am Jake, and we are joined today by our buddy Phil.
Hello. Hello. Thanks for having me.
Welcome,
No
Phil.
problem,
Welcome back. When did we last have you on?
2 seasons ago?
No.
I think it was at 2.5, maybe 3 seasons
Okay.
ago.
Oh, really? Jeez.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
We do 2 seasons a year.
Yeah. Still.
We do a spring season and a winter and a fall season.
Whole season.
Gotcha.
Yep. Excellent. Welcome. In the chat, we've got Luis, we've got Josh Sawyer, who says, I think Phil is a multiverse version of me.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it.
I think if we put you overlaid over the top, there'd just be a slight shimmer. And Brendan is here. Hello, Brendan. And Heresy's here as well. It's wild how much money Army Painter are spending on marketing to sell Phil as a nice guy.
It's true. They had to buy out a lot of people's silence for that one.
It's the only reason that we're sponsored.
Exactly. It's like every one of my opponents at every tournament I go to, they're just like, here's a bunch of money. Just don't talk about your experience with him.
We had Phil on. Phil was on for the bonus episode of season 4.
Right. So yeah, between 4 and 5 then. Nice. Well, welcome back.
Thank you. Pleasure to be back.
It's felt like it's only been hours since we've seen you.
I know. Yeah, and I saw you in person on Saturday when you came and visited when I was playing in that tournament. So up in your neck of the woods.
In the tournament, we've got I think we have a couple of photos from that in the show.
Yeah.
So, yeah, definitely cool. Brendan Bell, who was in the chat, ran a team tournament. So I had 18 teams, so 36 people, two player teams, but using the Adepticon team tournament format.
It was a ton of fun. He put on an awesome show. It was a really awesome time. Didn't hear any issues or problems. Everyone was having a good time, and it was great. It was awesome to be a part of that.
Yeah. Was it all TC?
No. This is 40K.
Okay.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah. It was 40K. It was like 1,000 points each. So it's like the Adepticon team tournament format. So it's like
nice.
A pair of 1,000 points each, and it was good. It was fun.
I'm assuming Spacels and Votan.
No, I was doing it. No. I was playing against. I was playing with I was playing with my friend Joseph. It was his very first tournament that he'd ever gone to. So he was playing with his orcs, and I was playing with Spaceballs. And we did pretty good. We came in, I think, third overall, and we won the First Blood award for the most First Bloods because they used like the First Blood, Slay the Warlord, and Linebreaker secondaries, and we had the most First Bloods over the course of the tournament, which was a lot of fun. So. Yeah, so I was like, dude, you won something on in your very first tournament. He was like, yeah, I feel like you did. I'm like, nah, man, that was on you. Yeah, he was like, thanks for. Yeah, exactly. He was like, thanks for pulling me through. I'm like, no, you did you, and that was great. I had a lot of fun, so it was great.
When I was chatting with Joseph at one point, I said, "Oh, so you're going to Adepticon?" He was like, "Yeah." Like I think the stunned silence was like,
yeah,
was like,
yeah. At the end of it, he was like, that was fun. I don't know if I'll do another. Yeah, and I was like, now you get it. This is my world. This is what I do like seemingly every weekend. So I was like, and he was exhausted at the end of it, like totally exhausted. And it was funny because I told him, I'm like, imagine this, and then tomorrow you do this again, and then maybe the day after you also do this again. And he was like, yeah, no, that's not my world. That's not my life choices there.
Instead of 30 people, there's 436 people.
Yeah, exactly.
I think he might dig like a friendly, because like there's usually less rounds.
Yeah, I didn't even mention that. Yeah, I said I was like I really enjoy like the LVO 40K friendly, because it's like you have it's just like 2 games a day over 2 days, and it's like they've got the cruiser version of the rounds where it's like 4 hours and you just like enjoy it and have fun. Yeah, or the 40K flex, like Josh says. Like I had a ton of fun with that, and at Adepticon, it's like that same thing where it's just like 2 games in a day. You're just there, kick and have a good time. So
I definitely I don't know how you guys feel about this, but there's definitely a point where I hit like okay, I've had enough kind of thing. The tournament that Ben and I did over the summer, the Iron Weld. So originally it was supposed to be, was it 8 rounds? It was 8. It was supposed to be 8 or 9 rounds. I think it was supposed to be 9. And it was too much. Like, so the first day we played 2 because it's a short day. And then on Saturday we played 4. And then on Sunday there was supposed to be 3. So we played the first one, we played the second one, and then Ben and I were supposed to go head to head in the last match. And I was like, do you want to just go to lunch? And he was like, yeah. So we both reported it as a draw, and we just like went to lunch.
Yeah.
I was like, this is too many. This is too much. Like
that is, yeah.
So nine rounds, yeah. nine rounds is a lot.
That is a lot.
Oh, sorry. No, it was 8. It was 8. It was 8 rounds, but we were like, so technically I went 7-0-1 or 7-1-1, and Ben went 8-0-1, and the only loss that I had was not a heresy event. It was the Battlefleet Gothic. They had like a weird Battlefleet Gothic kind of thing capped on the end. But we're like, we're both undefeated. Let's just like go to lunch. And he was like, yeah, that's he's like, I've had it. He's like, I'm burnt out. So
yeah,
4 or 5 rounds. Like I can do that, but
yeah, like usually at Adepticon, I've kind of not done the championship at Adepticon, the 40K championship, because it's 4 rounds in one day, and it's just like that's like, man, that's a lot. That is a lot of a lot of 40K in a day.
Yeah.
And then if I do well, then I have to come back the next day and do it again. And there's part of that feels like that's a punishment.
Yeah. Brendan said in the chat, it was a joy to be graced by 2, dare I say, international hobby celebrities.
Ooh. Oh, I should have met them.
Yeah, it would have been nice to meet them.
Yeah.
He also said that 18 to 20 people had never played in an organized event before.
Yeah, it was great. I remember that he asked, he was like, who here, this is their first, tournament. And it legitimately felt like it was like half the people like raised their hands, and it was just like, that is so cool that was like awesome. Their first one. Yeah. And it went super smooth. Like there was no stress, which is, I mean, that's kudos to Brendan for running an awesome event. Cause sometimes you can have that where it's like, you just get kind of lost in the sauce of running the event, that it becomes hard for newbies to kind of be a part of it and feel like they're part of it, and they get, they can get lost easily. And he didn't. He had had it all under control, and everyone was having a good time, and he made sure that it was like zero stress involved, and it was awesome. So it was a great opening tournament for people, which I thought was awesome.
Very cool. Malev has joined us and said that guy looks like Phil the Glacial Geek.
Heck yeah, Malev, how you doing, baby?
Josh Potter is here, and he has corrected him, and so he's actually Gil the Glacial Geek.
Oh yeah, that's my alter ego. I put on a fake mustache, and then I go out and do, I go out and do crimes.
He has double mustaches.
Yeah, exactly. It's a fake one over top. You can never tell it's me.
Oh, Brent just jumped on. Was it?
Hey, how's it going, Brent?
And Mark Maxey is here as well. So
Nice.
Welcome everybody. Today, in preparation for tonight's show, I went back and I watched episode 1 of season 6, which was our like crystal ball projections of what we'll be doing over the year, and it was amazing to see how much how many of the things that Jake wanted to do that he accomplished.
I bet zero.
And how many things that I wanted to do that I accomplished. It was.
I bet Dave was more like 60%. I bet he got like 60% of the things he said.
It was pretty close, actually. Pretty close to 60. Yours, however, much closer to 100%.
What?
There we go.
I don't remember what I said. Now I'm terrified.
I was stunned myself, but
Yeah.
All right.
I will also say, everybody, in this in the spirit of holiday giving, I sent a message to Phil and Jake and said, send me like 10 to 12 photos that sum up your like hobby successes through the year. I, of course, had that same assignment. Of the three of us, one person sort of properly understood the assignment and was able to trim it all down.
That wasn't me. I was going to say, if you want trimmed down, if you want like restrained, then I am not the guy to be asking to do any of that,
I understand. So with having now done the show with Dave for 7 seasons, I think almost 5 years now.
That's
3.5 years. So I think the big thing, but I've known Dave forever. I think that the big thing is like, I understood the assignment. Dave said 10 to 12 photos, and I was like, got it, 12. So I sent him 12 photos.
Yeah, I heard 10 to 12 photos, and I sent 29. So I was like, yeah.
Oh,
I think I stopped listening after like, can you send photos? And I was like, on it.
Can you flood my inbox with photos?
Exactly.
Hank just jumped on.
Excellent. Hey, Hank.
What's going on, Hank?
Cool. So we have a lot of photos to check out. We've got a lot of 2025 to reminisce about. And then we've got some photos from the community as well. So I figure we'll jump in. Does that sound good?
Right.
Yeah, sounds good.
Excellent. Preparing this, preparing that, clicking the buttons. Oh, look at that. I clicked the button way too early.
Nice. I was just thinking, like, that you're talking about how you had like what you wanted to do in the next year and like how much you accomplished it. I don't think I would have been anywhere near like anything if I if you had asked me if like what I had accomplished this year in January. Yeah. I don't think I could have had any chance of knowing anywhere near what I was going to be doing this year. So things changed so much over the course of it. So
they do. I know. I always get distracted, and there'll be like one or two things that I'll miss out on. But this year it was more. It was a few more, but still had a good time. But of course, first up, as always, we say thank you to our sponsor, the Army Painter. Phil is also a member of the Army Painter Factory team. Joked at the beginning of the show about having seen him only hours ago. It's because we had a meeting this morning. So
yes,
factory team meeting. We all got together. We worked on the production line.
Yep.
Filled some paint.
Yep. I got relegated to packing boxes, so it was a little bittersweet.
He was packing the empty bottles into the packaging.
But all good. And of course, during this show, this episode, you will see a number of patterns evolve. And this the theme of this particular slide will come up a little bit once or twice. But yes, thank you very much, Army Painter. We also want to mention Adepticon. So yesterday, I think, the Adepticon preview cart went up. So if you head to adepticon.org, there's a link down below. Click on events. It will take you to this page, which will tell you that there's, as of today, there are 98 days until Adepticon.
That is wild.
I know that. I seriously, I was like, "What is happening? Are you serious? It's like less than 100 days still. Wow,
it's like oh, that's still a long time away, but it's also super close.
I feel like I just left Milwaukee like yesterday, and now I'm like now gonna have to gear up to get back there. So yeah, crazy.
Fantastic. But if you click on event preview schedule, the button you can see on this slide. You can go and check out all the things that are going on. So hundreds of classes and events and activities across the whole 4.5 days of the show.
I know our event got posted the other day. The Rogue Trader battle at the farm. That's like awesome. me and CJ and John and like that. I was like they posted it the other day. We already posted it. I was like, we haven't even figured out what we're doing yet. What do you mean it's posted?
So you're running an event this year?
So yeah, there's like 4 or 5 of us that basically came up with the idea, and it was kind of a Reese's Pieces event where it was like myself and Jeff Smith wanted to do something, and then CJ and John were like, we are also interested. So we're like, cool, let's just do like one event together. So now we're trying to like figure out how we're gonna do it. But they've already posted like we have like the outline that got listed. Now it's just like, how do we do that? Like, which of the 2 versions do we want to do?
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
Hank's like, committed now. Like, it's already up. So.
There's no backing out now. It's too late.
Yep, absolutely. So one thing I will say, definitely check out. You've heard me mention Spray Team. I'll mention it again during this episode. There, some of the guys from Spray Team, so Andrew Gray, Nathan Heron, Tim Toolin, are running the Way of the Spray classes. They're doing 2 classes at Adepticon, so you too can learn how Spray Team paints up hundreds and hundreds of pieces of terrain in 48 hours.
So step 1, get a copy of Megaforce.
Yeah. Step 2, bring in a dozen people from around the country who are all enthusiastic. Step 3, feed them the best biscuits and gravy this side of the Rockies.
I was gonna say, I feel like that has like a could be a double-edged sword. If you fill them up in biscuits and gravy, they might be falling asleep. And
I'd be out at the table.
Yeah, exactly.
Not if Megaforce is playing.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, there we go.
It's a very tight schedule. You got to work it really well. But they're running a class about that. So definitely check that out too. On the right hand side there, it says events, rules, and resources. So folks who have completed the description for their event.
That felt like a personal attack at you, Jake, there. But anyway,
again, I didn't list it. John did, so it could already be up. I have no idea.
Somebody else. No, but you can find the all of the details about those events on that side there. But as Hank says there, biscuits and gravy is until Sunday morning.
Okay, there you go.
You got to earn it. You got to earn it.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
And Scott has joined us. Hi, Scott. Welcome. So check that out. I think January 11th, Hank can correct me if I'm wrong there. January 11th tickets go on sale. So be prepared. We wanted to let you know because we won't have another episode until after tickets are live. So excellent. So let's jump into 2025. We're going to go through in almost chronological order as far as I could guess it.
Okay.
But we start off in January 2025. Phil.
Yeah, this was LVO 1 of 2025. This was the first one that they had. This was still at the Rio. This picture I think was during dinner when we went to like Brewdog or something like that. But yeah, it was. I mean, I will always have a place in my heart for LVO. It's like one of the first big tournaments that I started to go to, and it's one that I can. I've traditionally been able to meet up with one of my friends from Alaska, which is where I started the channel, hence the Glacial. And we always meet up at LVO is always our go-to. So I'm always a big fan of LVO, and this I thought was a fun picture with the three of us there when we were there. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, excellent. Cat Swift has joined us. Hi, Cat. Welcome.
Hello.
And Josh Slow says that was a good time.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I had to end up doing Josh's job at LVO 2.0. So it's a lot.
And that was photographing the Army Painter Challenge.
Yeah, Army Painter Challenge. Yeah, exactly. The first time I just had to stand around and like not know what the hell I was doing, and then the second time round it was like take all the pictures, Phil, and I was like, hiya. So
awesome. We'll let people know that in his former career, Phil was a photographer.
Yeah. It wasn't like I was just standing, like I stood still too long and they were like, snagged me to go do it. My career used to be a photojournalist. So now I'm a YouTuber. So I mean, apparently I can't do normal, which is not surprising really.
That same weekend as LVO, I was in Peoria, Illinois, at Hank's place, painting up terrain for Adepticon 2025.
Nice.
Spray team. So that was that's always it is one of the highlights of the year for me. I only ever get to make it out to one of them. I think Hank has about 8 of them planned now each year. But yeah, definitely the January one is the one I get to go to.
Nice.
But it was cool. And this particular set of terrain was a lot of fun to work on too.
Yeah, it looks cool. What is that for? What system?
Age of Sigma.
Oh,
it's very like Chaos Wastes kind of vibe.
Yeah, that's cool. It looks awesome.
Yeah, definitely good. The rocks work well. Like that grayish green works well with a like a purple shading, and the rusty metallic also works well with that. So
yeah,
makes it all nice and easy.
Nice.
There we go. Dave Hummel says, "Are any of us normal?" I didn't think so.
Yeah.
January, I also painted my second bust. It was one that that was done as part of a collaboration with Big Child Creatives for the art of volumes 10, 11, and 12.
Nice.
So pretty stoked to have a bust that I had a hand in designing, going out to loads of collectors.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's
that
such a yeah,
man, really nice highlight for me. It's also because it's fairly big. It was a lot of fun painting those eyes.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, you can get a lot more detail when they get to that size as opposed to like a 28 millimeter model where you're like, the one hair is bigger than the eyeball, and you're like, I don't know how to make this happen. Like, how do they do that?
Exactly. Excellent.
Hey, that's also me. Yeah. So this is the Roleplay Rejects. They have a podcast, a role playing podcast where they do tabletop RPGs, and we had met up at like the creator event at Nova the year, or like the Nova before, and we had talked and hit it off, and like they're such awesome people, and we decided that we were going to go and we were going to do a collaboration where I was going to go on and be a part of their Imperium Maledictum game, which is the 40K role-playing game that they put out.
It looks like you're playing Spirit Island.
Yes, we are playing Spirit Island in this picture, but that weekend I was there. I decided to go in person because most of the recordings we just did, over the internet, like this. But I decided to go up there for the first one and the last one, and then since then that was I was playing with Joseph, who you'll see later. He's the guy right above my head there. Yeah, he was my partner this last weekend at the 40K team tournament. So, yeah, they're just awesome people. Had a ton of fun with them, and they have a really cool show. I really like their podcast, and so it was easy to get along. And then because of that, we just became good friends. So I really like this because it's like the beginning of a good friendship that kind of like developed, which is great. So.
Excellent. I think January, February was when I finished off my first Trench Crusade warband.
Nice.
The Iron Sultanate. Had a lot of fun working on these. Almost all of the models were the official Trench Crusade models. I think there are a couple that I sort of sprinkled in there from a couple of the creators, Mr. Jar and Kitech, where this I added in, but I really enjoyed doing that sort of purplish, twisted, distressed flesh.
Yeah, that's cool.
For the constructs.
So this was your first warband? So this was like the beginning of the end for you, or isn't it like 37 warbands later at this point?
It feels like that. It's not actually 37. I had to go back and recount. It's more like I finished 9.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, that's awesome.
It's not quite 37.
Yeah, close enough, I feel like.
This time next year, it'll be 37.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, definitely a lot of fun. And I also finished off these guys who are
that's
kind
awesome.
of the void suit repair guys for my Imperial Agents army. Nice. So I think one of the things I said in that first episode this year, was I'm going to finish off my Imperial Agents army. I'm going to build 2 Ridge Haulers, and I'm going to do some more Deathwatch stuff. Didn't happen.
Oh man, how dare you only paint every model that Trench Crusade has instead?
Yeah, these models are crazy. Like they
so cool.
read like I love them. They are such cool kit bashes. They read like Votan, like because they're like their suits are kind of similar.
Yeah,
but then also you're like, you're like there's a lot of like kit bashing. Like you green stuffed all like the rubber seals and stuff, and there's a bunch of head swaps.
Oh, crap! Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, the
aren't there Goliath parts?
Goliath legs.
Yeah,
and then the torsos and arms are squats, Necromunda squats.
Oh yeah.
With some other modifications and bashes and stuff.
Yeah, like I see 3 or 4 Space Marine heads in there.
Like the actual squats versus the
Votan.
The squat prospectors cool. Or whatever.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, these look great, man. These are cool.
Awesome.
But eventually I'll have that army finished. It's really just it's those vehicles and a couple of Corvus Black Stars that I need to do.
They also have like a sprinkle of like Gene Stealer cultist.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's the purple or like the mining suits, because there's the dudes in the mining rigs that they have.
Yep, it could definitely go down that path for sure.
They're
you just need a few extra arms thrown in there, and you'll
just,
have it going.
Just one or two extras.
Yeah.
Well, those bulky suits aren't for hanging out in the void; they're for hiding the extra arms.
Exactly.
But yeah, they were a lot of fun to work on.
Yeah, they look great.
Eventually, I'll get back to finishing the rest of the army.
Just in time for 11th.
Oh, good point. Next up, I guess was this a Gamma?
No, I think this was at ACD Expo. So this is that's me and Jonathan Beveridge on the right, and I forget. Oh God, I forget his name. That's
You can zoom in on his name tag.
He's one of Jonathan's guys,
right?
But yeah, this was at ACD Expo, which was in May.
Okay,
so
I've mistimed it then.
Yeah, so at Gamma, it's Adam and all them. It's Adam and Bo and like all those guys. ACD Expo, because it's a little bit smaller and it's targeted at retailers specifically.
Oh, okay.
Jonathan's there.
Right. Okay. Cool.
I keep forgetting how dang tall you are, like, because especially since you have like your webcam up here, like most of the time I see you is like from your webcam, which is like looking down.
Yeah.
It's like, do you have your webcam, like you must have it like taped to the ceiling or something for it to get this angle?
So I have a 26-inch monitor, and it's on top of the monitor.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, and then are you just sitting on the floor, I guess?
I'm slouching.
Yeah.
like here, if I sit up,
there we go. Yeah. You can't fit in the
Yeah.
So
Good
that's
show.
awesome. Oh, Alan says Erasmus. Is that Erasmus? Is that the guy's name? Was that the guy's name? I assume, unless he's making a joke.
I mean, I believe Alan.
Yeah, it's true. He definitely knows better than me.
There we go.
So, yeah, the internet sleuths can zoom in on his name tag.
No, it's too tough to do that. I don't want to break it.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I was saying the internet sleuths. Let them do it.
Oh,
You've got enough that you're handling right now. Don't worry.
Excellent.
Was your 1490 Doom?
1490 Doom. As I was preparing for Adepticon, I painted these up and tried something kind of particular with these, like forcing the focus to the head. So I had a lot of fun as an art exercise.
Yeah,
I was painting the models.
That's so cool.
And it's something that's kind of stuck with me. I'm not saying I followed it through on every model I've painted since then. I certainly haven't, but I know I've been talking a lot about it with Brendan as well, about that forced focus in the.
I really like it. I think it lends itself really well. Like I've caught myself as I've worked on projects this year doing a similar trick where I, instead of doing like a high noon zenithal, I always do kind of like let's call it like 11 o'clock, and I always do it like from the front, so it's like this is where the focus is.
Yeah,
like this triangle of the model is where like most of the light's going to be. And I think you did a great job with this. I like the guy on the left with the mace. I really like the way his shield is highlighted. So it's almost like you can imagine sort of like the miasmic sort of fog that's like waist high on them.
Yeah. I think that was one of the tough parts as well. I would say this guy made it a bit easier, and this model kind of made it easier. But this guy bending right down and having that exposed hand there, it's like
Yeah.
Well, the guy in the back you did as well too, and I'm sure both of the knights' hands are, shaded the same way. You know what I mean? Because it's away from that like upper area, that upper third.
Yeah. It just feels like this was a little bit. I wasn't certain about this area, about the hand and the dagger, but I really loved the big fishbowl helmet.
Yeah, the dome head. That's so cool. What are these models? Where are these models from?
So the game is 1490 Doom.
Oh, so they're like official 1490 Doom models. Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
I didn't know that they had official models either.
Yeah, I didn't either. That's why. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, so they have basically there's a model for each character type, and they've got I think you can buy the STLs, and they've got basically a whole range of weapons. So whatever you choose to equip your model with, you can print that out as well.
Cool.
And I'm not sure if they're selling physical models as well. I think they might be. They definitely did during the Kickstarter, but yeah, it's good.
Yeah, that's cool.
Sweet. Speaking of preparing for Adepticon.
Yeah. Got all that ready in time.
So
again, so you like the tight deadlines then, if by the sound of it, because
dude, it's how I roll. Like the best part is like when we get to the second photo of this army where I added stuff. Like I was really nervous, and Dave was like, I believe in you. He's like, last time I was not sure. He's like, this time he's like, I think you got this. Apparently I need that deadline, and that's how I get stuff done. But yeah, this army, I think I scrounged all the parts and kit bashed everything and built everything in, I think, like 4 or 5 weeks, and then I painted everything and based everything in like 4 or 5 weeks.
Yeah.
And when I say 4 or 5 weeks, I mean like 20 days of me actually sitting down and like painting. So
Yeah.
I think in the again beginning first episode for the year, Jake was like, "Oh yeah, Ben went to this event called Everwinter, played in the Horus Heresy. I'm kind of thinking I'd like to do that this year. I'd like to do a couple of Horus Heresy events, doing some Warhounds, and boom, there it is."
Yeah,
and as you said, the first time round, it was one of those things where Jake was like, "Okay, I've got 50 models to paint, and I've got 52 days to do it. So like a model a day." And I'm like, "Oh no, never." Like that, because you miss 2 days and all of a sudden you're behind. I'm always okay, radio, 52 days to do it. Let's paint 5 models a day. And then if I miss
finish
a
ahead of time,
still okay.
See, I got lucky because I batch paint. Like I basically did the 2 squads of tactical guys in the back, the 2 like sort of triangle squads. I did those guys all at the same time. So I basically knocked out 20 guys in 4 or 5 days. So I was like, cool, they're done. And then the squad on the front right, the guys, those are my despoilers. They all have like chain axes and pistols and stuff. There's a lot more variety on them. The tactical marines are basically like 10 colors. Like the guys in the front, because they have shoulder pad trim and their helmets are all different, and like they have 2 weapons instead of a bolter I have to paint. Like, so they were a little more fiddly. And then the rampagers on the left, like they were more work. And then the characters weren't that bad, but I basically looked at it like I had 6 things to paint. I had to paint 4 squads, a unit of characters, and a dreadnought. So that's how I kind of broke it down, and it was a little bit easier. But those rampagers, by the way, they did work. Every game that I played in, they brought the heat. They did a lot of heavy lifting in every single game I played.
I love that. I realized that when I'm painting, I have to stick to around like 5 or 10 max at a time, models at a time, because if I try to go any more, I just start hating the whole process, because it's like I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like I can do 5 because I can, like, my brain's like, oh, like once it starts to get tired, I'm on to the next color, the next thing that I'm painting. It's way more doable for me. I realized because I tried that when I was doing my Gene Stealer cult years ago. I was like, oh, I'm going to do this 20-man squad. And then I was like, I hate it all. Like, it was just like, oh, I couldn't. It was the worst.
It's hard. Even when I did the two tac squads, I basically did them as 2 squads of 10. I was just working on them concurrently.
Yeah.
So but I'm with you, because it's like, you get the first guy done, you're like, oh, this is gonna be great. Second guy, third guy, fourth guy. By the time you get to the 5th guy, you're like, oh, I'm starting to get tired of just painting blue. And then you get to like the 7th or 8th guy, and then I'm like, there's only 2 guys left.
Yeah.
So I get those guys done, and then I paint the white, and then once I do the shoulder pads, then I start on the other one. I'm like 10 guys blue, and then the white. Like, so it's but it's repetitive. Like, I know how to, like, I could paint another 10 of these guys in like no time with my eyes closed, because now I've done it. But yeah, I'm with you. Like, I tell people when they're learning too, and when Dave and I do lessons, because I squad paint, and a lot of people are painting for a war game. I think if you paint a unit, whether it's 3 dudes or 10 or 12 dudes, I think if you're in that kind of limit, I'm with you. Like, I think more than that, it gets away from you. And less than that, like if I painted every one of these 1 space marine at a time, I would have like thrown myself off of a building. Like, there's no way I'm going to paint a space marine to be like, he's completely done. Next space marine, he's completely done. Like, I can't do that.
And I agree. I think squads are the best, but I would also recommend that if you have, like, if you're running guardsmen and you're like, oh, I need this 20-man squad, like, break it down, like make it into 10-man squads, or like even just 5-man squads, whatever it is. Like, have that batch process going, so that like by the time you finish the last model, the first one's dry and you can move on to the next step. But don't do too many, because by the time you reach that last model, you're done with painting, and then that defeats the whole purpose, because you're not going to go to the next one. So
I think I've mentioned it before on the show. I'm not 100% sure, but way back in the day, so 25 years ago, painting up, I did a big gaming table for Australian Games Day. It was a Gaunt's Ghost table. and they had the Shriven, who were their opponents from the first book, and I was using Steel Legion models for it, and I was sent about 300 Steel Legion models.
Oh man,
the studio to paint up for it.
That's insane.
Yeah. By the end of that, though, like, because there's only, I don't know, 15 different poses, 30 models, you get to know where every shape is, how big it is, and how many brush strokes will cover that particular shape. To the point where the final 30 models that I painted in 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Jeez. Wow.
Dave's also being kind. I don't think there's like 15 or 30 sculpts. I think there's like 9.
Yeah.
Because there's three different guardsmen. There's like 3 different guardsmen. There's the sergeant, there's the lieutenant, there's the commissar, which you probably didn't get a lot of that guy. No. And then there's the special weapon trooper, which is the same guy with 3 different weapens. So
it's true. It's true. But you do get to know where every brush.
That's true. Yeah.
There is no wasted at the end of that huge number of models.
Oh my god!
And it's just like,
just moving on.
I will still stick by. I still think the old metal Steel Legion. Those are some of the nicest looking guys that the studio's ever made for guardsmen. They're like this.
Absolutely.
At the Everwinter tournament. The guy, I don't know if I showed you the photo on the show, but like there was a guy who I played in like the 3rd round who was playing like Traitor Guard, like Lost in the Damned. So he had 3 big blobs of Ogrins, which were terrifying, by the way. And then, I don't know, 8 squads of guard, and they were all the metal Armageddon Steel Legion guys.
Right. Yeah. They are definitely the best ones, I think.
Yeah, they're cool looking.
Yeah, someone came to the Army Painter Challenge at LVO 2.0 with I think it was, I can't remember what he was using them, but he had a bunch of the old Vestroyan that he had done.
Man, I remember those. Yeah.
And then had also converted other ones that he needed, but he was doing things like taking thin strips of brass to make like the buckles on the weapons that he kit bashed them all onto and stuff like that. And I was like, it was very impressive and very cool looking. But it is like, that is like, I'm trying to my hand at like a bunch of different, kit bashing and changing things up with my Space Wolves that I'm working on. But that's even beyond the pale for me. Like, oh man, it was super cool looking, but I was like, no, I can't. Sorry.
That's awesome.
There was in this month's White Dwarf, there is a guy who painted a squad of the new Kriegers as Armageddon Steel Legion, and they look great.
Oh, cool. Yeah. I can see that working really well.
They're super cool.
This
is at Adepticon. So this is the narrative event that I played. So you can just make out our buddy Chris Kemig is there. He's like the first guy I see on the left there with his t-shirt.
Right.
Just past the arms, like the first person you actually see. That's my buddy Chris. So the left side of the table was all traitor, and then the right side of the table was all loyalists. But yeah, this was a ton of fun. We had a good time.
Very cool.
That's awesome.
And this was the one where it was like set on a ship, right?
Yeah. So the idea is that so you can see like the central nave of the ship. This is supposed to be like the top, like the dorsal deck, and basically we have all either landed in boarding torpedoes or dread claws or drop pods or something, and we're all in our own little airlocks. And then the idea is that we're trying to take the ship. So it's a derelict warship that basically both the loyalists and the traitors are trying to claim, because there might be virus weapons, or there might be like SDC template weapons, or there might be something else that we don't know about that's on here. So it was fun. It was a loyalist victory, so there was much rejoicing.
There you go.
Excellent.
Nice.
Yeah. This is my first award of the year, which it was a surprising number of awards this year, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I took best chaos best chaos theme at the 40K Flex. Like Josh was talking about, this is an event run by independent characters. They were doing this, and it was cool. It was like a really like chill event. It was like 2 games in one day, and I managed to get the best. This was with my Emperor's Children, which was the first army I painted this year. So yeah, there they are. I as much as I made fun of Dave for as much as he painted, turns out I painted a whole lot this year too.
This army was great. We had this in the case at the Army Painter booth. It looked awesome.
Yeah, it was a ton of fun. It was really cool. The Demon Prince in the back there is a creature caster model. So I also entered that into like creature casters like painting competition, and it was just ton of fun. I really enjoyed this army. They're a lot of fun to play, but they're also a lot of fun to paint. Like this whole new line came out, and I was like, when they first announced it last December or something like that, I was like, oh, that's so cool, I want to do it. And then when they came out, I was like, all right, I'm gonna do this. So I painted these up in like, I think like a month before Adepticon, like when they came, and then I got them, and I had about a month to paint up this army. They turned out awesome. I was super thrilled with how they turned out, and they were a lot of fun. But that was my first foray, which will kind of lead down that pathway that I took in 2025. So, but it was a ton of fun. But yeah, one best chaos theme, which was fun.
I also like that you have a 40K Rhino on the left and a Horus Heresy Rhino on the right.
Yeah. I had the Horus Heresy kit there that I painted up, and then I wanted another one, and I had a bunch of the 40K rhinos from back in 7th edition with not the Gladius, what was it, the Demi Company or whatever, where you got free transports. So I have, from back then, I have a whole lot, like way more Dark Angels rhinos and Razorbacks than I will ever use. Sitting around, and I was like, let me actually make this into something that like is useful to me. So yeah, used them and painted them up as the Emperor's Children, which was fun.
Nice.
Yeah,
it's a fun army though.
It is.
Definitely.
Oh yeah, this was also at Adepticon.
Yep.
So that's me, Dave, Sky, and Dan Osborne.
Yep. That was the first time Dan and Sky had picked up the John Blanche paint sets.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So,
man, those John Blanche sets, I know. Well, we talked about it, but like they are so those colors have become like they've gone into major rotation in my painting that I've been doing. Like they're just such a cool, and it like taking from his palette that he's worked with through his whole life, like having them like in that set have just been like awesome. Like even to this day, like with my Space Wolves, I use the ironclad gray and the Emperor's Gold, like everything I do. So it's pretty cool to see them all. Like those sets are like, man, one of my favorites.
Yeah, I'm loving them too. Big time rotation on my table. Amusingly enough, I haven't really used Emperor's Gold or the Ironclad Gray, but definitely Banshee Brown, the Darkness, Blanched Berry, Fiery Vermilion, Ivory, Tainted Garden, Midnight Olive, Blighted Green.
Yeah.
So everything except for those 2 colors that you talked about.
Yeah, it's funny because he's using all of the ones that the other ones, and then I'm like seriously, like I've had to already like refill up on the Ironclad Gray and the Emperor's Gold because I use it so much. It's just because I used it all in the Emperor's Children and then into my it's like my go-to gold at this point because it's so good. And it like you can highlight it up differently depending upon what you want to do, and then the Ironclad Gray was like really great, like dark gray that I was kind of wanting, like from the Fanatic line. So it was cool to see that kind of fit that gap in the line that I really wanted them to.
I think it's definitely one of those things where like if there's a color in there that you dig, it ends up being like a really really heavy one for you. I know like Ben and Luis, who's in the chat, they both had me bring back singles of the ones that they went through. And Ben was like, can you bring me like 3 or 4 of them? So I got him like 3 of the, what is it? Blood, the red.
Oh yeah, fiery vermilion.
Isn't there
Or are you
two?
talking about the speed paint? There's the
No,
speed paint.
it's the fiery vermilion. He had me get 3 of that, and then I forget what. I think Luis needed like Emperor Gold and heavy metal.
Oh, that's a good one too.
Yeah, the heavy metal, that color is great.
Ready
Yeah.
Terra? Anybody say Ready Terra?
Yeah. Yep.
So good.
Yeah. Heresy's in there in the chat talking about Moonbeam Yellow, which is that is perhaps one of my favorite yellows.
Yeah.
And
And Scott is also saying Ironclad Gray is my go-to for a lot of stuff. Halfway in.
Telling you, Ironclad Gray, man, that is so good.
You're saying I'm sleeping on it.
Yeah, you're sleeping on it, Dave. You need to get with us. Get with the program. Get on that Ironclad Gray program. Yeah. Yeah, the Ironclad Gray Times.
Fantastic. I have the box right here. Where'd it go? Here it is. I'll get it out now.
Nice.
Okay.
There we go. Put it on your desk and make yourself use it. It's also surprising that you're doing like you've been doing like, there we go. Like you've been doing like Trench Crusade and like 1490 Doom. Like these are all like, like the dark aesthetic, and you haven't busted out like the best dark gray in all of the Fanatic line.
I gotta admit, I've been messing around with things like making grays by mixing like Tainted Garden and black. Or Ready Terra and black. Just an off gray.
Yeah.
So where it goes. So yeah, that's where a lot of my grays have come from.
Nice.
I've got
unfortunately,
it's on the table.
There we go. Perfect. There we go. Yeah, I'm unfortunately not cool enough to mix my own paints because that's just like a skill I've never been good at doing. My wife is
Oops All Browns.
Mine's Oops All Browns, and she was talking about like she has done college classes in color theory, and like one of her party tricks is that she can take like the 3 primary colors and she can go and make like whatever color you want. So you show her a color and she can mix them from there, like just like right off the bat. And I look at it and I can, like Jake was saying, like I was joking about, I'm like, I can make you every brown that you could ever want by mixing colors, and that's all I can do.
Phil can make you any color you want as long as it's brown.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like the Model T version.
We made that great set at Nova. The Phil's Oops All Browns.
Yeah,
So just
exactly.
Browns.
Yeah, my flexible triad is just the browns.
Awesome.
Well, I remember one of my favorite things of all time was I remember back when Adam and I were working at I think we were still at Games Workshop at the time. He was talking about there's some guy in Poland. It might be the guy who started Warcolor. But he basically put out a list when Citadel changed their line from all the old names to the new names, and they reformulated everything and put it in the new bottles. A lot of people were like, "Oh, I really miss like Storm Blue and Scorpion Green and like Bilious Green and like all the colors that we all knew." He was like, "If you get these 5 colors, I will show you how to make every color." So you buy a primary red, a primary blue, and a primary yellow, and then a black and a white. And he was like, "Here's how you make this. It's 3 dots of this. It's 2 dots of this. It's 1 dot of this. Here's how you make this one. It's 2 dots of this. It's 2 dots of this." It was hilarious. But Adam was like sharing it everywhere. He was like, "You can make every single color in the range." I was like, "That's how you make every color. It's those 5 colors." Like,
exactly. Yeah. My wife actually jumped into the chat and she was saying that I'm great at color mixing, and she is very wrong, but but obviously very supportive. So that's like,
Obviously, you call herself Mrs. Geek.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
Yeah. It's funny. It's like in most of life, like I always joke, I'm like, in most of life, like I'm her husband, but then she comes into like the geek world, and that's when she becomes Mrs. Geek. Like, but it's like only when we go into like the very specific niche worlds does it trade off that way. So
nice.
Yeah,
this is good though. You can be like, "See, honey, see, it's real."
Exactly. Yeah. See, people know me. They like me.
Excellent. This is a shot of Fort Wapple at the Bad Center in Milwaukee. So the massively expanded version. I spent a bunch of my Adepticon at in the hobby area here, and helping out with the like resetting rooms for seminars and that kind of thing. Charity and Trevor and the team did an awesome job.
They were sitting on just the other side of that column on the left.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
What did you think about the new fort, like the new plate, like the new Fort Wapple there? Like, was it like, because I know that like people have like a lot of really fond memories of it from back in Schaumburg. But do you think it was able to live up to in the new location?
I think so. It might have been slightly different. I'm sure there maybe went on in the smaller location that didn't translate as well to the larger. But
yeah.
And I think maybe like the Thursday morning, through the Thursday afternoon, people were still sort of feeling it out. But pretty much from Thursday night through to Sunday afternoon, it was all go. Everybody was enjoying it. It was not full all the time, but it was almost full all the time.
Yeah.
So
I feel like almost full is kind of where you want it, because you want to have at least some space for people like wandering by to be able to jump in, but having it almost full still gives you that energy, you know.
I think like a lot of the stuff that we talked about when we had Hank on was a lot of it is going to be the nostalgia for the old location. And even though everybody is psyched that the show is now bigger and there's more room and it can grow and we can have more people come and there can be more events, there's also the whole like, well, yeah, but like now I don't know where that is and I can't go meet the guys at the at the big bar upstairs, and you know what I mean. Like, so it was a lot of like it's that familiarity, that security that we were all kind of used to. But I think this year will be even better, because now people will now go, oh, I know where that is, or oh, I know where that was last year. So
and
the whole thing, where wargamers, the two things that wargamers hate,
showers and girls. Oh,
things staying the same and change.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And it's there's also definitely people look back on things with like those rose-colored glasses. Like I remember, like I enjoyed going to Adepticon. I think my first Adepticon was the last one in Schaumburg, and it was great. But there were definitely moments in there where I was just like, it felt like overwhelming. Like it was like everything was on top of you. Like so many people in such a small space. And I was just like, I needed, like, my anxiety needed to like go and find like a quiet corner to go down. So I can imagine like a lot of other people who have, you know, worse than that than me would have struggled with that.
I know that they've done a lot of work. I know that Hank has been talking to like Bree and all them. So there's like you know, there's like calmer spaces and stuff like that, which is good. And again, to your point, it's so big. Like there were even points where like Dave and I, you know, popped out on that little terrace thing to like meet with Corey. Like there's enough little kind of like pockets that you can kind of get out. And the difference is, you know, we were at Schaumburg, you'd go outside and you're like, cool, we're out here in front of the hotel on the highway. Like, you know what I mean? Like there's no, like you can't just go outside. And here you can be like, let's pop across the street and get a coffee, or let's go to a restaurant, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I think that there's definitely, to your point, it's a little bit of both, right? It's crazier because it's bigger and there's more people, but also it's easier to kind of like get some relief or a break from that as well. So
absolutely. And it also, like I said, like even just like the little bit extra space that everything was able to have because of the bigger space, like was enough that you could still have all those people there and expand to even more people without it feeling like you're trapped. Like I didn't feel trapped, which was good.
Yep. Yeah. One piece of advice I give anybody who had been to a previous Adepticon and hasn't been to Milwaukee yet, or even if you did go last year and you still couldn't find everything you were looking for, is map out those places that you used to go to on the regular at the previous location.
Yeah.
Work out where they were. What are the 4 or 5 places that you went all the time? You went back to this booth to check out something, or you went over to this area to play in your tournament, and you went to this particular bar. Work those out, and then find out where those things are in Milwaukee, and create your map that way.
Yeah,
really help bring that familiarity back very quickly. There we go. Hank said we more than doubled that Fort Wapple area, and the time I went through, it was hopping. Absolutely. Yeah. And also, Josh says, let's see if Milwaukee is ready for the locusts to descend on restaurants this year or next year.
Yeah.
Next year.
Seriously, I don't think they understood the assignment when it's like we're gonna be there for like this whole week, and they're like, okay, fine, like whatever, and it's like no, we're gonna.
I did a talk.
You'll eat everything you have.
Might have been with Hank, might have been somebody else, but apparently, like with other conventions that happen in that area or that space, they come in the morning, they'll be there from like 10 till 4, and then they go home. So it could be you could have 20,000 people come through that event space, and maybe some of them will go out for lunch, but very few of them were going out for dinner. Whereas for us, it was like there were 10,000 of us, and we're all there all the time.
Yeah. Like so, we're there to exist at that location for the next 4 days.
Yep. And there we go. Josh says I couldn't find a drop of spotted cow by set.
Yeah.
This photo here is of my the game of Mordheim that I played in with some of my buddies. So it was very cool to sort of hang out
Mordheim is
Friday evening. And
nice.
That you're gonna say, Phil?
Yeah, I was gonna say Mordheim is one of those games where I really want to try it. It just seems so cool, like thematically and just like everything about it. Like it just seems like a lot of fun. And I just haven't done it. So, but it seems so cool.
I think the last week's spray team painted up 20 tables of Mordheim terrain.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
Definitely gonna be plenty of Mordheim going on. Is
there still the Mordheim hallway?
Oh, the Grimdark hallway.
Yeah,
yeah.
I think there's still that, but this is sort of in addition to that. So,
I really like this terrain.
Yeah,
so it's all 3D printed. But yeah, it's got a lot of detail. It's got a lot of verticality. It just looks great.
Yeah, that's cool.
It was a lot of fun.
I know those people.
Yeah, this was the video we took. This was our welcome video for Army Painter.
Yeah, your introduction to the factory team.
Factory team, yep. When we were finally allowed in.
Yeah.
But yep. So
Adam was our director and producer on this bit, and
yep.
And Phil
and I was the extra.
Phil, you were the guest star.
You were
the guest star. There we go.
Absolutely. But so that was good. I think we played it a couple of times back in the which episode would that have been? I know sometime in season 6.
I don't know.
You can go back and check it out. But it was definitely a lot of fun to workshop that intro.
That was fun. That was fun.
Jump into it. So post Adepticon. So this was the year that I now have 4 sets of 3 books for the Art of series. So, should we speak about that?
Oh, there we go.
Goodness. Is that
the Sam Lens one?
Sam.
Yeah. Cool.
So cool, man.
So yeah, definitely excited. We've got the others are being bound. So the ones for volumes 13, 14, and 15 being bound in Lithuania at the moment. It's still looking like it's going to be about a February, fulfillment.
Nice.
For those. And then Saturday morning, before I came out to Games and Stuff to see you, Phil, I had a chat with one of the authors that we're talking to for volume 18.
Nice.
Yeah.
There we go.
I think at this point, I think we've had on half the people, because we've had Eric on. You interviewed Katerina, which we had on the show, but she wasn't on the show.
Natalia,
okay.
Natalia, Vince, and Tim I did as interviews. Separate
okay. And then we've had Sam, Joshua, Roman.
Yep.
We'll have to go back and try to get like some other people on.
Collect them all. collect them all for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we gotta get them all Pokemon style. Pokemon style.
Yeah, Pokemon interviews.
We'll definitely do that. That would be good. But yeah, very excited. It's going to be the volume 16, 17, and 18 are going to be killer as well. But
Yeah, Heresy's right. You should be very proud of that. That's so cool.
I'm,
I am excited by it as well.
Beautiful,
by what
beautiful products.
it's going to be, which is cool.
Yeah.
Next up,
I know
TMX.
those guys. Yeah, this was TMX. This is Uncle Adam's convention that he has in Oshkosh. And
when is this one?
This is in like early June.
It's like the first.
So it's like, yeah, this first week in June, and it's awesome. It's like it's a tiny convention. Like there's very few people, but like seemingly half of them are like people with like content producers. It's awesome. Like people go in there. Like I went this year, and I also went last year because I wanted, I was on the team, and I was like I want to go and help, support Uncle Adam in his endeavor and stuff like that. And it was a ton of fun. And this year I kind of segued it with going like a week early, and I spent time with Sam. And there we go. Yeah, we spent time, and he taught me how to do non-metallic metal. And we just kind of had a good time just chilling and
look at all the repping he's got going on there. He's there on the counter. It says Army Painter. Sam is there, and then he's wearing his Heresy t-shirt. Like,
yeah, baby, I know how to brand. Like, don't get me wrong, I know how to brand. Why do you think that like I've got like this up behind me here?
So good.
I know how to make it. And yeah, there I've got an Uncle Adam. I've got a Tabletop Minions t-shirt as well, and this one too. So yeah. Exactly. So yeah, you can say all you want about me, but not branding is not one of them. So
no, we love it. Again, I speaking of which, I messaged down. I want to get everybody's logos and icons so I can put something together.
Yeah,
but
that sounds good.
Maybe I'll try to go out to TMX next year. Maybe that'll be.
Yeah, it was fun.
It can't be that expensive to fly out to Oshkosh.
Yeah. It's a cool town. Like, it's just like, there's it's not a big populous city, but it's fun. It's just kind of like, it's kind of chill and a bunch of
the overalls, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
definitely cool. But I think how was it spending time just hanging out with Sam and painting and
just so cool. Like yeah, like that's the thing, is like even just like being able to be there and watch him do his own thing is just, it's so cool. Like he's just so good at what he does, and he's like a rad dude. I really enjoy his company. Like we like bonded when we went to the Army Painter headquarters the first time when we went there, because the two of us ended up just like bumming around in Copenhagen for a couple days afterwards. So we got to know each other and hit it off, and then we've been friends since. So it's been pretty awesome to like get to know him and then see him like do what he does like so well is awesome. And like I said, he was able to teach me how to do, like, I never thought I would like ever be able to do anything that was of any kind of non-metallic metal, and he showed me how to do it to get like an effect that looked good. Like, I don't think I'm gonna only do non-metallic metal now, you know what I mean? Like, that's not, I don't think that's the direction.
I'm doing an all custodes non-metallic army now.
yeah, probably not. But the fact that I was even able to get like anything.
Come on, it's only custodes. It's only like 9 models.
Yeah, but like, I mean, like even just getting like this guy's chest, like that's like, to me was something that like has been was I mean, to me is him making him a like a
Dave wants you to show him off again.
Yeah. There you go. So you can see, like, like it's
That's
got
awesome.
dimension. It looks of it. Yeah, it's not bad for someone who doesn't know how to paint, So
I don't think you
like,
can say that anymore.
That's true. I guess you're right. Yeah, I guess you're right. I can't say it anymore.
A year ago, we're like, yeah,
yeah, exactly.
If you're gonna tell us that, I mean, I'm gonna believe you. But now I've seen your stuff. You can't say that anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, maybe before. Now, unfortunately, I've got literal hardware that says otherwise. So
he's like, oh, who, me? I don't know how to paint. Like,
yeah,
I'm gonna enter the journeyman category again.
Yeah, exactly. I keep entering.
On Saturday, I was like this close to complimenting Phil on his shoulder pads, but
Yeah, and then
I
it was like, nope.
I'm going to
never
distract you from this game.
Oh man, yeah.
Oh,
So,
Dave's garage flooded again.
Oh my
geez.
goodness.
Sorry, dude.
Yep. I'll have to come out and do something about that.
Put down those duck boards. That's a great Trench Shot Crusade garage, sounds like.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's too much commitment to the bit, I think, at that point. Like, giving yourself trench foot is a bit much for the Trench Crusade way.
Really buying into the bit.
Yeah.
Yep. Excellent. So next up in June is when I went to the UK for 12 days.
Nice.
Got to hang out with a whole bunch of cool people, hang over there to promote the art of and build, paint, play, talk to a bunch of folks. And one of the highlights was I get to go to the Tabletop Tactics studio and film a battle report with my Tanith Gaunt's Ghosts army that plays as Gene Stealer Cult.
Nice.
Leagues of Votan.
Awesome.
And that was a lot of fun. It was really crazy to see how they put a battle report together. What that process is like.
At first I was like, why is what's her name from Age of Sigmar? And then I was like, oh wait, that's the Saint. I was like, I got it.
Yeah, Saint Sabat.
What do you run her as?
Patriarch.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Yep. And that's
cool.
Ran a whole bunch of Arcoflagellants as pure strains.
Nice.
Yep. So even though they cool. Appear in the books, it made sense.
It works. It works.
I like it.
But yeah, that was a very fun game.
Yeah, that's cool.
Great time hanging out with those guys. Then I got to go to UK Games Expo, where I got to meet up with Tommy Sewell, so it was the first time I'd met him in person, which was absolutely wild. Tommy's the one in the yellow shirt in the middle there, and Mike Anderson as well. I have met Mike in person previously, I think. Mike used to be a sculptor for Games Workshop, and he sculpted some of my favorite Empire models.
Nice.
Back in the day.
Very cool.
But yeah, so it was very cool to hang out with them. Tommy, of course, did Volume 5 of the Art of series. So, but yeah, it was just really cool. It's super natural just to fit in and go to dinner and have great conversations.
Yeah, that's awesome.
We did a podcast with the folks at the painting phase as well, which was really cool. And while I was at UK Games Expo, caught up with
Ross. He's everywhere. That guy's everywhere.
Absolutely, he is everywhere. And the person to the right of me is Lyle Lowry, who's the former senior editor of White Dwarf magazine.
Nice.
So it was definitely cool. I'd met him at Adepticon, and so catching up again at UK Games Expo was cool. And we've since been chatting about other bits and pieces.
Didn't you hang with the Beast of War guys too?
I have previously, but not on this trip.
I thought there was somebody else you hung out with.
The Siege Studios guys.
Oh, Siege Studios.
Nice.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, I had went and did a podcast with them. Definitely cool folks.
There's two great pieces of Blanche artwork.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
I need to get over to the UK, and like my dad's British, and I've been to a bunch when I was younger, but not since I've gotten into Warhammer, and I feel like
Phil, you let me know, we'll plan something, because even though I had multiple stints at Games Workshop, I've been to the UK before. I have never been to Warhammer World ever.
Same, yeah.
Every time I go, something happens, or I'm not there, or we're in a different area, or
no.
We'll have to figure that out next year. Maybe next year we go.
Yeah.
Excellent. And one other cool thing that I was super excited by is we went by my friend Glenn and I was staying with him in Nottingham, and we went past the Element Games store in Nottingham, and on the counter,
nice,
they had these books.
That's so cool.
Right next to a stack of Thousand Suns codexes.
Yeah. But the cool thing was that they were having the manager of the store was on a a meeting, like a Zoom meeting with the other Element Games store managers, and I was talking to the staff member. And I said, "Oh, how are these books going?" And he goes, "Oh, yeah, they're still pretty well." I said, "Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I'm the publisher. I'm Dave Taylor." And they're like, "What?" And in the meeting, they were just talking about restocking the Art of series.
Nice.
So, yeah, it was very cool. The guy was like,
Dave just opened his trench coat.
unloaded. But no, the guy was like, "Yeah, he's in the store right now."
That's so cool.
But yeah, that was funny. Next up, so that was June, and then July happened, of course. Comes right up.
Yeah. So this is a continuation of the Emperor's Children. So like I said, I started doing them when they first came out, when they had like the army boxes, and I got them done quickly to do the 40K Flex at Adepticon, and then I signed up for the Goonhammer GT, which is again in Dave's neck of the woods. But another one of my friends was into it, and I was like, "Why don't we both go and do this?" And he was like, "Great, sure." And I was like looking at it, and they had a best overall competition, and I was like, I feel like I'm getting to the point, like this army I was really proud of. I was really happy how it looked. I thought it looked cool, and I was like, I feel like I'm getting to a place where I can maybe paint better than the best players and play better than the best painters. So I was like at that middle ground where I was like, I feel like maybe when they all meet together, they can meet like at the happy place right over there. So I put together, this is like my first real adventure into doing a display board. I hand painted the background and, put the pieces there, and there's lighting that I've got going on with it, which is pretty cool. Yeah. Like those are like spotlights that I got from like years ago. I saw them at like a Michael's. It was like for like Christmas, like display, like the villages.
Always for Christmas villages.
It is. Of course. That's always is. And they had these spotlights, and I was like, I will use those someday. And they sat in my pile of potential for literally years, and moved from like many different houses and places where I was. And then I finally put them to use on this, and I was like super pleased with it, which was pretty awesome. And then went to the GT, and I won best overall, which was awesome. And I got a golden ticket to the World Championship. So that's how awesome, I got into the World Championships. Yeah. So there I am. That's me and my friend Damien. He's from the Roleplay Rejects as well. And we went there and played together. And that's me with the box of Warcry that I won for coming in for best overall. And they didn't have the actual golden ticket there. I've got it since, but they didn't have it at that time there. So that's the best we got for my. It's like,
is it like a giant check?
No, it's like an oversized check. It's just like a postcard, like an oversized postcard where it's like,
nice.
Where it's like, wish you were here kind of thing.
That's super cool.
Yeah,
that's awesome, man. I'm so proud of you, dude. Like you've done such great strides.
Yeah, and of course there's someone else with their hardware, baby.
I forgot I sent you this picture.
Yeah, I love it.
So I got best loyalist general. Went undefeated in heresy. So
heck yeah,
the Warhounds could not be contained. It was a good time.
There you go. Yeah, much like you, the Warhounds can't be contained.
I was just checking the integrity of the metal here to make sure it was actual steel. So
yeah, you had to make sure they weren't trying to otherwise you're gonna have to unleash the Warhounds on the judges there and be like, this is not real.
Bad dog, don't pet.
Yeah.
No, that was a ton of fun though. That was the Ironweld thing. That was the army that Dave showed at the beginning. That was for this tournament.
Heck yeah, that's awesome.
Excellent. And then
at
the end of July, we were out in San Diego.
Yeah. This is such a fun time. Like this show, like I'm not going to speak for Dave, but like this show is a lot. It is overwhelming. There is a ton of stuff. There's like a gazillion people there. I mean, it's like almost 200,000 people. I think they said it's like 180 something attendees, but then there's also like, several thousand people that work there. And then there's like all the special guests. And like, I mean, there's probably 200,000 people in the building. It's wild. But our lessons were packed. Every seat was full. Like we had a ton of fun, and we had a lot of repeat people. Like they'd come once and then be like, they had a great time. Like that guy in the army hat, he's the guy who brought Dave that crazy, like torch thing and like they were super nice. We had a lot of people that came back a lot, and everybody seemed like they had a great time. So we actually want to try to bring Phil. We want to try to bring you out with us next year to see if you can. If you,
I would love to. I'm not gonna lie. Going to San Diego Comic-Con is on my nerd bucket list. So that'd be cool.
It'd be a good time.
That's good. But yeah, it was it's definitely a super cool thing to do. Going back, like this being my second year, I think it was your third year, right?
Yeah, it's my third year. So
this being my second year, being familiar with sort of downtown San Diego, it was definitely it was a lot easier, I think, to plan my getting around. But we spent a lot of time in that room, during the day. So I think each day I sent Jake out to get lunch. So I just stayed in the room so I didn't have to experience the masses of people.
Yeah. We had a lot of fun going out the back door. Like that Mexican food truck saved our lives. We ate there like every day.
Absolutely. It was definitely good. But yeah, that was a lot of fun for sure.
Oh, Carl just jumped on.
Yeah, he wants to know if I'm going to the. I am trying to figure out what I'm doing with Adepticon because I've decided that this year, that 2026, my goal is to try to make it to the top of the ITC hobby track for with my army, with my Space Wolves, which. I mean, in our timeline here, I haven't even gotten. I don't even think I have models yet. It's like that's what it's going to here. Yeah. So I am going because of that. I think I'm going to be entering into the 40K championship at Adepticon for the first time, and we'll see because it's 4 games in one day, and we'll see if my brain can handle it. But I feel like I want to go to like the big one so I can get like my best chance at getting more points for it, which is going to be exciting.
I think like and none of us are local to Milwaukee. At least none of us that are here. I think the hardest thing for me when I go to shows is typically I have limited space. So I'm like I would love to be like, I'm going to bring a 40K army and I'm going to play in the 40K flex. And then I'll bring my heresy stuff and I'm going to play in the narrative. And I'm sure that timing wise, I could probably do both of those.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't know that I have the room to bring 2 armies. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just don't think I can swing that, but
yeah. And I could bring, the same army I'm bringing to the championships to the flex, but I feel like that it feels like it goes a little against like the spirit of the flex.
Isn't it different points? Like, you could probably make 1,000 points out of your 2,000 point list. That would probably be cool for the flex.
I may be complete. Like, I mean, Carl could probably tell us better, but I thought it was a 2,000 point.
Oh, okay.
That you brought for that because I thought it was 2,000 points.
It's just a bit more relaxed than that.
Yeah, but just chill. Yeah, like I said.
So. I just thought of something. I just thought of something nuts. I wanted to tell you guys this. When we were at the tournament like a couple weeks ago, we were walking through like and I know they do it at Adepticon and stuff. They had like the whole area where they're selling like pre-owned like models and armies and
yeah.
So Ben had this idea. He wants to go to a show. And you have to buy an army there and play.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, that's insane. Like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I was like, it would be kind of fun. Like, it would be kind of cool. Like, we get there on Wednesday or Thursday when they're setting up. We all buy 1,000 point armies, take them to Fort Wobble, and paint them up or whatever. And then we go and play in the tournament with them.
You could do something like Trench Crusade, like where it's like a smaller, like a skirmish kind of game. That'd be fun.
Sure.
That would be fun.
For sure.
Yeah.
But I was like, I don't know about being like, let's play in the 1,000 point 40K event and I'll just buy an army here. Like,
yeah. Josh just said skirmish games.
Yeah, skirmish games for sure.
That's his love. That's That's where his heart is, in the skirmish games. Or like Titanicus, which is like Imperialis, where it's like a 1,000 like 1,000,000 points, but it's all like it all fits into like one mug of models.
It all fits into one Crown Royal bag.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Is that your dice? It's like, nope, that's the that's my
army. That's the whole army. Let me just dump it out for you here.
Yep. Cat Swift says next year I'll be at Comic-Con, if for no other reason to lift a pint with Dave. Yay.
Nice.
Chris Gawker has joined us. Awesome. And Josh said he took 4 armies to Adepticon this year.
What? How is that?
Because his armies are like this big. He has like the tiny ones.
Oh, okay.
They're beautifully painted, but they are tiny.
He's like, oh, this is 5,000 points of Imperial Fists at the epic scale.
Exactly.
One of them was his Eldar Combat Patrol, the one that took apart the Imperial Agents Combat Patrol.
That's right.
Anyway,
I know those guys.
So moving on from July into August. So the end of August, we're at Nova. This is grabbing dinner. I can't remember which night it was. Thursday night.
I think it was Thursday.
I think so. Yeah.
So folks from the Army Painter event team, bless you. So Tim, Kat, Caleb are there. Obviously Phil, Jake, and myself. We've got Charity, who runs the all of the hobby seminars. She's like the hobby czar at Adepticon.
Yep.
And Blake from Mantic.
Yeah.
Trode. So
yeah, that was fun.
A fun night. Good food.
Yeah.
And Jake,
good food and good company is the main reason I like going to these shows. Like
exactly.
Like I love playing the games. Like I love playing games and sitting down at the table and rolling dice. But like seeing all the people that I care about and being able to hang out with them and going, and who doesn't love going out and getting something to eat? So it's always a good time.
Yeah, absolutely. That's like that for me. Is I always talk about that. I was like, I love going to these events, and it's fun to go and do the different things. But like to me, it's just like being at a location where you just have like, thousands of nerds doing the nerd thing, and you all like you look around and you're like, I know you're a nerd, and we're just here all being nerds, and like you don't have to worry about you don't have to be like walking through normal life and you hear someone say like make a statement, and you're like, is that just random or is that like a quote from 40K? And you're like, I have no idea. Like at those places you're like, no, that's definitely a quote from 40K because you're a nerd and you're here at nerd time. So
nice.
In Nerdvana.
Yeah, exactly. So
this is from your Horus Heresy.
Yeah, this is at Nova. Yeah,
Nova?
This is at Nova. So I played in the Horus Heresy doubles tournament, the Bromance Bash with a friend of Dave's.
Yep.
Yeah, super nice guy. We had a great time. We actually partnered up pretty well. He was playing Dark Angels, and I was playing my Loyalist Warhounds again. And we ran against Traitor Dark Angels, and I believe it was Traitor Guard down the other end. Oh, no, it was Death Guard down the other end. But it was great. This gentleman made a mistake. He had a veteran breacher squad. That's the guys in front with all the shields, everything kind of north of the die there. And I moved my rampagers up and left them out in the open, and he shot at them. And I have a stratagem that lets you charge anything that shoots at you. And that was bad. That ended badly for him. So my rampagers absolutely mauled this squad. And then that was on his turn. So then on my turn, they piled into this other unit and murdered all of them.
Mm-hmm.
And then my Leviathan Dreadnought piled into his Contemptor Dreadnought and ripped it in half like a phone book. Like it was a good time.
Yeah.
Much blood was spilled. Vengeance was had.
You were doing this because I left you in the lurch because I was like, Jake, let's do Necromunda. Let's make this happen. We're gonna do Necromunda. This is gonna be amazing.
And then I was like, all right.
Yeah.
So
you're like, sounds good. I got the ticket. That sounds great. And then I went to TMX, played a couple games of Trench Crusade, and I was like, Jake, in fact, how about instead I do Trench Crusade and you, I don't know, like go jump off a cliff or something. I don't know what I just did. And you're like, okay, I guess I'll find something. I was like, sorry, I found a new addiction. So
it's all good. I was actually really excited to play in the Heresy thing, and the Bromance Bash was great.
That's cool.
But no, it was a ton of fun. And and Ben Marsh runs that event. Super nice guy. Like we had a good time. No, that's also really that's also, again, it was the first time I've ever played in a doubles event for Heresy. So it was like I had no complaints. It was a good time.
That's awesome.
There's all of us at the booth again.
Just quickly, Scott has said, this is following on from your idea of like the nerd, knowing where the nerds are. Said a couple of years ago, a police officer had to come to the house to take a statement in a pretty high stress, no fun kind of deal. He saw all my gaming stuff with my painting area, and he desperately wanted to talk Warhammer.
Yeah,
not the right time and place though.
Yeah, that's when you gotta be like, here's my business card. When you get out, maybe we get a game or something. I'm sure he's there. He's like, could you identify the subject? Okay, cool. Are those is that Death Guard?
Yeah. Yeah, just for the record, what armies do you play? I just wanted to see what
it's just background information, like seen it from my report.
Yeah, we were talking about height before, Phil.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
look at that.
I mean, to be fair here, Cat also is very tiny. Like,
yeah,
like I am tall,
also,
but Cat is very small.
I wouldn't say very tiny, but like Adam's not short.
Yeah, he's not. He's 6 foot, if not more. So. You're a giant.
I'm taller than that.
Excellent. Phil.
Speaking of, this is
here we go.
This is the Trench Crusade army. Like, so I had originally just built up a like a new Antioch squad, and that's when I played that at TMX and had fun. And then I was like, how about instead, again, I just started a new army, which is kind of what I did after winning at the Goonhammer GT. I was like, how about instead of having to redo my whole army here, I just started a new one. So I did that again for Trench Crusade, but so I signed up for their narrative event, which was like their first like narrative campaign that they like official narrative campaign that they had done, and I made some Heretic Legion here, and I just had a ton of fun just like thinking outside the box and kit bashing the entire army. There's not a single like official model in this whole thing, but they all I felt like they all read as like the models that they were, which was awesome. Like it was fun to be able to do that.
I really like your Werewolf. I actually think that's better than like the Werewolf.
I was really happy with that one.
Awesome.
Yeah. And then it was like the is it the Vargeist, I think, or something from the city.
It's the Vargeist model, and then that's from the Forge Fiend, right?
Yeah, the Forge Fiend head. But I took the head from the Vargeist, and if you look in the bottom there, right in front of my my artillery witch, there's I made a trench dog with
a crude hound. It's a crude
with
hound.
A crude hound with the Vargeist head on it. So it was yeah, so it was a ton of fun to put it. So I basically came up with like the roster, and the way it worked was you kept getting more and more, so that like you started at like 600 ducats, and then by the end of the weekend,
like
1,200 ducats. Yeah, it was like a campaign. They did.
So how did you make the weird guy with the blood coming out of his neck? What is that?
Yeah, so that was the chorister. I took it is. It's paper clips that I drilled in there, and then I covered in 3D resin, or not 3D resin, in UV resin, and made it like drippy and stuff, and then coated it all in the fresh blood from the army. Okay. Yeah, the true blood. Yeah. So it was exactly that stuff right there. It was awesome, and it was fun to just like kind of like think about how you could make all these things happen. And then do it, which is, in my opinion, one of my favorite parts of Trench Crusade. So, and here is at Nova, I entered in my Space Wolf, the first Space Wolf that I painted for my army that I was going to be taking to the World Championships. I decided to do it as an entry into the Capital Palette, and then I also got to play a game of Trench Crusade with Dave before I entered into the narrative campaign, so I could remember again how to play the game, because I hadn't played many.
Yeah. I think at this particular point you have wiped me off the table, and I'm in mourning, and even Stephen Box from Vanguard Tactics next to me is in mourning. So
yeah, exactly. He's trying to console you there. I
remember you were saying to start the game, his werewolf jumped on the bridge and hit your guy and like did a bunch of criticals and knocked you off, and you were like, okay, so he's dead.
Yeah. He went straight through my heavy machine armor with who had a machine gun.
Yeah,
he was going to do some work, but he like sliced straight through it like a knife through butter.
Yeah, it was funny because I remember when I was making my original like war band for it, I was trying to figure out like how do you balance between like the bodies that you need on the table to do things or like to kill, and I was like, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to make like the coolest ones that I think are fun and just run them, and then like go there, and it turns out that if you kill your opponent's entire warband, they can't do actions either, so you just win anyway.
You use those killing models to do the actions to
Exactly. So I was like, how about instead I just go over there and maul his entire army with this werewolf, and then just see what happens from there. Turns out it's a winning strategy.
It was super helpful. Phil was really helpful when I made my army, like in terms of like, because like I said, Ben was like, oh, you got to have more models, and other people were like, well, I think you should take stuff that you think will be really effective. And Phil was like, I just, as long as all of your dudes can do stuff, I was like, perfect. So
yeah,
I think I kind of split the difference, and I picked a list that has a couple of extra guys, so I have action points. But like, everything does something. There's nobody that's like, well, he just sits here.
Yeah. Josh said, "Did you even apologize to Dave for mistreating his warband so roughly?"
I think I did the entire time. I was like, I'm so sorry. I really apologize.
I'm pretty sure this was your face the entire time, though.
That's the oops. Did I just kill your guys?
What? Yeah. It's like, whoops,
now?
Daisy. Yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry. Did I just win the narrative campaign? Yeah,
absolutely.
So, hey, I was gonna say,
Dave, at least you lost to the Gilded Warlord.
Yeah, exactly. I think technically, I'm still the world champion, because this was like their first and only event so far, like official event so far.
Well, the world narrative champion.
Yeah, world narrative champion, exactly.
I'm gonna miss Nova, man. I'm gonna miss that show.
Yeah. But yeah, it was so much fun. I really enjoyed it.
Speaking of new Antioch warbands.
Yeah, baby.
So these were my my Prussians that I did earlier this year.
So cool. So good.
Super happy with these.
Yeah.
Some of my first sort of digital kit bashes in here as well.
Love it.
They look awesome. I really like
they look super good.
The pickelhaubes you put on them. They look awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Also, the tilting shields on those guys, I don't know why. It's just like a little thing that just like pops so well. That looks so cool.
Yep. Definitely fun. Josh, it was not run directly by Factory Fortress, but it's kind of sponsored by them at the event.
I think it was before the Factory Fortresses at Nova. I think that was like, because all the people that were running it, I think, are the people
now work for now the Factory Fortress.
They're missionaries for the
yeah. But I mean, like, you know, what's his name? Thomas was there and handing out the awards and stuff like that. So yeah, I think it was as official as at that time you could really be. So
this was the Pride warband that I did.
Yeah, I love that. I remember you showing me pictures of the speaker heads and stuff that you were doing. Like, that's so cool. So cool.
It's very heavy metal. I imagine the guy in the back with the weird the wings. I imagine he sounds like Starscream.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my Praetor.
Yeah, I love it.
It was there's a few other models that didn't make it, hadn't finished by the time I put this photo together, but this was the force that I took through a 7-game campaign that Brendan Bell.
Nice.
So yeah, it was very cool to see them grow and develop and learn what models can do and not do. Through that process, which was great. And I, of course, also painted up the Red Brigade that Westphalia did. Yeah,
so good.
And it was just fun to paint a lot of crazy dudes.
Yeah.
Did you spot gloss the helmets?
No, that's that little glint is actually that'll just be like damage. So it's like a mithril, little dab of mithril.
Oh, it must just be like you happen to have them all in the right angle, so it literally looks like the light. Especially the 3 guys in the front, it looks like the light is hitting them. I was like,
yeah, that's cool.
But
yeah, that looks so good. Good.
Could be. I think I probably hit them with a like a Munitorium varnish.
Okay.
Slightly satin. So it probably gives that a little bit of that glint. We're running quite late, so we've got to rush through some of these.
Yeah. Again, like I said, you get me on board, and I'm just gonna yap. So
this is Natalia. It's cool.
Nice.
It's always cool to catch up with folks that I've worked with on the Out of series. So great to see Natalia at Nova. And Chris Surrey, who was Volume 4, took Best of Show at Capital Cup, which was absolutely awesome.
Nice.
I got a photo with him. Definitely cool. And something else I painted this year.
Because why not?
Excellent. Dave's never played BattleTech. We decided to get Dave into BattleTech.
Heck yeah.
I still haven't played it. But
oh, right, because Randall wasn't there.
Yeah, Randall wasn't there, and Randall isn't returning my calls. So
I'll bring a couple lances. I'll stick a couple lances in with my stuff and bring them to Adepticon.
Okay, cool. Oh, I do that then.
Those will fit in my case. I can put in 5 or 10 mechs.
Yeah,
I think you're finally understanding how Josh said that he brought like 14 armies or however many he said he brought. So
yeah. Then this was October, right?
This is
CalmerCon. So this was actually in September, right after Nova. It was like the weekend after Nova, and this was this is possibly one of my like favorite things I did all year. And it's this event called CalmerCon, which is designed for people with sensory issues. So it's like a Comic-Con for people with sensory issues, and it really caters to like children with sensory issues who wouldn't normally be able to go to a convention because of it's just like like Comic-Con and stuff. Like it's overwhelming. Like they can't like the sensory makes it like even if they could go, it wouldn't be enjoyable for them because of everything that's going on. So they've designed this to be smaller, more manageable. It's spread out at the school so that like no one place is overwhelming, and they can go around and you can find the place that feels good. And we did. I was up there as a special guest of theirs, and I helped run their paint and take that they had going on, and we had like so many people. I think it was like 150 people came through, and I had parents coming up and being like, "Oh man, my child has not stayed still to do something like this ever," and like they're finally so they were having so much fun. The kids were just having a great time. Like you could see me on the picture there on the right. I'm talking. That kid wanted to show me every single step that he took on his model. He'd be like, "Can I show you what I did?" I'm like, "Absolutely. Let me see what's going on." It was so fulfilling, so amazing. We had so many people saying how much fun they had. Like I had people being like, this might be something that we can now do together as a family. And like with the painting, it was so good.
Bree and her boss do a lot of good work.
So good. The whole crew there were so nice, so like wonderful people, and it was just an amazing time. Yep. So like this is probably by far my favorite thing I did all year, and it was just being able to be there and help and see the smile on people's faces that are doing something for the first time. And just like you have these kids that go and like, well, I can't paint. And I'm like, give it a shot, see what happens. And then they start doing it. And you just say like, oh, you're doing a great job. And you just see like that smile where they're just like, oh, wow. Like maybe I can. And it was so great. So great. Like these kind of things are so, I think, super important. It's like what you guys were doing at Comic-Con, like just making it available for people to try it when they normally may not, but they might look at this and be like, well, I can't, I can't paint like that golden demon. Like there's no point in me doing it. And it's like, well, pick up a model, pick up some paints. We've got them here. You don't have to pay anything. Like just come and try this and see what it is. And suddenly find out like there's a reason that we're addicted like we are to this. It's just so fun to be able to spread that joy, to other people.
So Kat asked, is this one location or they do a few around the country? Jake has answered, but Kat, so Comic-Con is a specific one location. But as Jake said, Bree and her boss had built basically working with a bunch of different conventions around the country. We did an episode with Bree earlier this season, I think 10 or 12 or something like that.
Yeah.
Awesome person.
Definitely go back and check that episode out. Bree's wonderful to chat with about this as well.
Wonderful. Yeah, and it's CalmerCon Boston was the event, but it's they're just awesome people. So and the other end of the spectrum into like Century Overload is LVO2 Electric Boogaloo. So this was like because Frontline was shifting when they were going to be holding LVO. They moved it from January to October, and their options were either not have an LVO for like a year and a half, or just have 2 in a year, and just like understand that there's going to be a little bit of a drop off in the second one just because of the timing and stuff like that. And it was this was I had a ton of fun. I had a real blast. This is like the fact that the Army Painter crew there, like this was in Fremont Street, so that they moved locations where they were doing it at the like the Expo Center, and we were staying on Fremont Street, which was the first time I've ever been to there. I've been going to LVO since like 2018. This is the first time I've been over to Fremont Street. And I had a ton of fun. This was like the first time I took the Space Wolves out for a spin. I was like part of the process of building them up towards trying to go for, the best I could at World Championships with them. And I had a ton of fun. And that on the right there, that's me with Stephen Box. He interviewed me up on stage in like this at LVO. To be able to like talk about like getting into events and like what you kind of want to do with all of that. So it was a ton of fun. Yeah. And then we've got on the right there is me at LVO too. And then on the left is the World Championships, because I won that ticket at the Goonhammer Open and decided to do Space Wolves and did my best at World Championships. And I'm not gonna lie, I had the best time at World Championships. I got to play people from around the world. There's Jonas. He was there. He was doing the Underworlds Championship. Like he won best overall in Underworlds with his warband that he was doing there. But there was people from like all over the world, and I got to play people from Mexico, from Italy, from the Czech Republic, from Uruguay, from England, from Canada, like all over the world. It was so much fun. A guy from France gave me cheese from the region of France that he was from. That was very good, and it was just like so much fun to be there. And like the way they did it was they did 2 games a day for 4 days, and the idea being that you would have 4-hour rounds, so that if there's communication breakdowns from people that like English isn't their primary language, it gave you the space and time to be able to work it through without having to feel stressed. And it just was like a really fun event to be able to do it. And I got my army, made it into the Army Showcase, which was awesome. And I came in like 25th out of the 409 people in the 40K with my painting. So that's awesome. I was really pleased with how I did there. So I got my. I don't know
how to paint though. I don't know how to paint.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I guess I can't say it anymore.
You cannot say it.
Yeah, I think what it was is like I found the kind of painting that I love to do, because it was like I was trying to like being in the factory team. Like you've got people like Dave, you got people like Sam. Like these people that are just like wonderful, incredible artists that are doing awesome painting. And I thought that like I was inspired. I wanted to up my painting. I wanted to do more. And I thought that the way you do it is you go into competition painting. Like you create like Sam does, and that's like the way you go. And I realized that this year that I love painting armies. I love having like a fully cohesive force that's painted to the best of my ability, that just looks cool and is pushing myself artistically, but not spending 500 hours on one piece. It's I could spend 500 hours on an entire army instead. You know what I mean? And like for me, that is way more in my wheelhouse, way more in my ADHD addled brain to be able to focus on than one piece. You know what I mean? So like going through this, having that experience, like it was at World Championships when I was like, that's when I decided I was going to go on this journey for 2026. So looking at my crystal ball, 2026 is going to be me trying to compete for the top of the ITC hobby track. So we'll see.
That's awesome.
Just quickly, Alan Borthwick joined us. Hi, Alan. And he said, "Hi, all. Good to see Phil and his painting progress this year. Keen to see you all again at Adepticon. Only a few more days until Christmas barbecues in the sun."
Yeah, thank you. Nice. Yeah, I'm excited.
Cool, excellent. I didn't include the shot of your Space Wolves.
Oh yeah,
I want people to go to your channel and check out your Space Wolf videos.
Yeah, absolutely. Please do. Like it's exciting. I'm really excited about this journey that I'm going there. So please come along for the ride because there's going to be a lot of Space Wolves this year.
Awesome. These are the plastics for the or some of the plastics for the Prussian Stosstruppen.
I was thinking that you didn't have enough Trench Crusade painted up this year, so
I needed to add some more. The crazy thing is like the first new Antioch force I chose was the sub-faction of Prussians, and then what's the first thing they release? Prussians. God damn it. My head.
I'm telling you, man, Dave is the R&D department for every company. Like,
love it.
What's Dave doing?
If you want to see what's going to be coming down the pipeline, just see what Dave has kit bashed himself.
Yeah, seriously.
I did this is my Knights of Avarice Heretic Legion force.
So good.
So yeah, very different to a standard sort of Heretic Legion force.
I was going to say look a little different than my Heretic Legion force.
Yeah. These guys are much shinier. Shinier,
he did swap out the dog.
I did swap out the dog. Yeah, the dog is much more aggressive now.
Nice.
But
that's so good. So good, man. I love your painting. It's just like, it's like I said, it's inspiring to see what you do. And like that, I mean, that's honestly, it's like, it's people like you that have pushed me to want to do what it is that I'm currently doing. So, it's so cool to see. And look at this force, man. I remember Jake just like sweating, like being like, he was like, I could just do this, or I could like basically paint up another army in the next 3 weeks. And I was like, I'm going to put this out there, do the new army. Because I make the opposite of the smart choices.
It was close though. Like Ben. So after we had that call, I talked to Ben, and Ben was like I have 3,000 points of Iron Warriors that I did 2 years ago, and it's basically done. And Ben was like, you could just add like 20 tactical Marines, and that army is playable. And I was like, yeah, but I really like my world eaters. So I basically just I added all 5 of the tanks you see. So I added the 3 Rhinos, I added the Land Raider, I added the Spartan, I added the Iron Warriors character that's down there on the left, and I added the character that's kind of offset to the right, right outside the red square. So I kit bashed those 2 characters because they don't exist. So that's the Iron Warriors guy is a Pathfinder, and then the other guy is like their combat accountant. That's the Master of Signals. But the tanks were a ton of fun. I did some stuff I've never done before either, like with the vehicles on all the. I did a lot of splash lighting from like the headlights. So on the Rhinos, that's it looks green around there, and then on the Spartan up on the hull, on the main body on the hull, I did a little bit there, and I did it a little bit underneath the lander up the top. No, it's up above that, right underneath
up there.
Yeah, right there. But like it kind of helped unify them. So I just used it was really easy to do. I basically just painted the lamps white, and then I dry brushed away from them with white, just a little bit, like a very, very light dry brush. And then I used I think lens flare, like the Army Painter lens flare, and just I did a couple layers on the lamp to have it be nice and crisp, and then kind of splashed it on. But it was fun, and it was quick and dirty, and like the tanks look great. I think they came out, they look way better in person. This is not like the best photo of them.
I mean, the closer pictures that you shared like in the Discord were awesome. Like such a good job. Like you should be proud of what you.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
And I knew you were sweating it, but like you didn't just you didn't mail it in. You did a great job. It's awesome.
Well, I was like, that's part of it now, right? Because it's also like, I'm on the factory team. I can't just show up and have these be like, I can't just have these be blue. So I was like, well, I'll do a little bit more. But I painted them to the standard of the army, so like they're not crazy. Like I wanted everything. I paint everything to tabletop plus, so it's like what I would normally do, and then I always do details and like lots of like doodads and fidgets on them. So there's a ton of like handwork on these, and a ton of like I rough them out really well. I did a bunch of like laser burn stuff. So on the Iron Warriors tank in the middle, the silver one in the middle, I did heat damage on the barrel. So you can't really see in this, but I faded it out from like black and blue through purple into like silver and gold. Just lots of little stuff like that. But I appreciate that. It was a ton of fun getting them done. And like the army looks good on the table, which is
really looks good. Yeah, it looks really, really good. And popping too. Like that blue color that you've been working with, like it just like pops. It's so good.
That was so I used up my bottle of magic blue on this army. I used the whole bottle on that army.
Nice. Nice.
Excellent. Next up, PAX. So Jake and I went to PAX.
Nice.
And this is Corey.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
There you go.
I was saying I get to meet her at earlier. I was saying I get to meet her at Adepticon. Really nice. So she's been doing a good job for you guys.
Yep, definitely. Definitely helping us out. Well, there we go. Jake says it's like a highlighted yellow lens flare. But PAX was great. We did a review of the show a couple of weeks ago. So if you want to check that out, you can go and do that. I painted up some more models.
Phil, see what I mean, man?
I know. You're just like now a Warcry army. Yeah, I'm gonna reference back to at the beginning of the show when Dave was like, I failed miserably at my hobby goals this year. I only managed like 1% of everything I wanted to do, and instead it turns out that he painted literally every model that's ever existed.
Yeah, but I turned these guys into a Trench Crusade army, so this is my artillery.
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah.
But we did say he could theoretically use them for Warcry as well.
Yeah, exactly. That's awesome.
This is the Death Commando over the back.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Oh, yes. That's so cool.
And there are a few other models that didn't that have been painted since they didn't make it into this photo.
Yeah.
Which was fun.
Great photo.
Yeah, that's me. That's me on the left with those two dogs. No. That's my Logan. He's in my army that I've been working on there. I'm super happy with everything that's been going. Again, like I said, like being inspired by like, you know, being on the factory team with all the people there. I was like, I've got to up myself, and I just keep pushing myself more and more. And it's like one of those things. It's like once you start pushing yourself, you suddenly find that you can do even more, and then you have to you keep pushing yourself even more. So that's kind of where I'm at here with my Space Wolves. Is I plan it's like one of those things where it's like I have 2,000 points, but I also can just keep doing more and changing my list and doing more and doing different things and seeing what happens.
Like Dave with his 10,000 points of his falling stars.
Exactly. Just like more and more and more, just keep adding them, and it's been fun to be able to do that and try different things and learning how to do pelts. It turns out like it's not super easy, like to make them look like an actual like pelt like that, and like figuring out the process has been a lot of fun. And then on the right is me on a cruise, because me and my wife went on a Virgin Voyages cruise, which is like 18 plus and no kids, so I can, you know, sit in the hot tub and drink a nice frozen beverage without a kid screaming and splashing at me, which was pretty nice. So a nice way to like calm back down from the craziness that was 2025, and then, you know, go forward into 2026.
Yeah,
nice.
Awesome. Obviously, folks, we're going to be running over. We've still got another 20 minutes or so of community miniatures, but
oh my god! All right, let's try to muscle through it.
I told you I sent too many pictures.
Phil and Joseph at the event that Brendan
that we were talking about. Yeah, so much fun. It was an awesome event. I really like games and stuff. It's such a cool store. And then team tournaments are fun. Like you just have someone that you're there, like win, lose, or draw, that you can just like, you know, cheer, commiserate, and play with, which is awesome. I really like that. People should give it a shot.
Blame was the word you were looking for there, Phil. Blame.
Oh yeah. There we go. Yeah, exactly. It's funny because I kept telling everyone, I was like Joseph won, you know, first blood. He's like, we won first blood. I'm like, Joseph won in his first thing. He's like, we won. You like carried me. I was like, nah, man, I wouldn't have done it without you.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Super cool. And then last night I finished up my slot warband.
That is insane. Have you painted every warband?
No, not yet. I've still got to do a black male warband, but
okay.
And this is my second court of the seven-headed serpent, so I've got five more sins to go.
They look so good, like so good.
Yeah,
Like every single one is just like, oh, man, just like, strength on strength, man. This is awesome.
Thank you. Awesome. And Jake's final thing.
Yeah, baby.
That's on my Christmas tree.
Love it. I love it.
May your Christmas be grim and dark.
Love it.
Awesome. Okay, so yes, let's jump in quickly. I know that there are folks who have been waiting for us to get.
Sorry. Yeah.
No.
They should know not to invite me if they want to keep it on track.
Oh, no.
I haven't found a track that I can't go off of.
Right. But I think we all had a fantastic hobby year, right? There's so many cool things we got the chance to do, cool places to travel, people to meet, friends to hang out with, things to do to push our hobby further. We all stepped up in our painting game over the year, which was definitely cool. Something I've been talking with Brendan a lot about is the idea of if you might not have done something before, you might not have tried something before, but if you see something that you like the look of, have a go, try it, just suck in. So, I think that's cool that we've all taken those steps this year.
Yeah, and I mean, you never know until you try something. You know what I mean? Like I hadn't done Trench Crusade, signed up for the narrative event, and like ended up winning. Granted, I've played a lot of tabletop board game, like war games. Like I know how to war game, but at the same time, like I wouldn't have realized how much I enjoyed that if I was like, well, I'm a Warhammer guy. I just do Warhammer. Like I like that's what I have to do. And it's like you can try anything out there. You know what I mean? Or you can be like, I'm now going to try to do like up my painting. I'm going to do a display board. I'm going to try, 30K versus 40K. I'm going to try, skirmish games. I'm going to try independent games, whatever it is. Like you said, like you'd never know until you try.
Give it a go.
What is going to click and what's going to feel right for you, and I think that was one of my lessons from this year too, has just been like, let it cook, like see what happens and like go follow the heart, follow where you feel those things and be willing to explore it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Aaron doing some old school metal Terminators. Love it.
Yeah, that looks so good.
And he drilled the barrels. Nice work, Aaron.
Oh, man, I've been drilling the barrels for my Space Wolves and I hate it. So I like for years I never drilled barrels because I was like, I would rather have undrilled barrels than like crooked barrels. And I've been doing it because if you're going for a painting, like you have to have the drill barrels. It's just like part of the requirement.
I don't think it's that hard. Like I've been really good at it. Mine are usually not crooked.
I have a number of Space Wolf guns that I've had to like just toss because I screwed up the barrel and drilled through the side of it. And I'm like,
anyway.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
So folks, if you haven't seen this before, these are photos from our Facebook group, Build Paint Play community. If you want to join, head along, hit the join group. Somebody will let you in, and you can post photos. We'll be off the air for about 5 or 6 weeks, so plenty of time to load all of your photos over the holiday period up in that group.
Yeah, but this looks awesome. I love the battle damage and stuff like that. That's so cool.
Yeah, Aaron said that he's in particular he's learned a lot from watching painting videos. Ninjon has helped him out a lot. He said a lot more fine line work that he's able to do.
That's awesome.
To try.
Yeah, if he likes that kind of style, that style, he should check out like another factory team guy, Metters Miniatures. Like he does a lot of that, like that battle damage and war and stuff, and his processes are his videos are really cool and really good at like learning that process, which is great. So go check him out if they're looking for that. That's awesome.
Absolutely. Next up, Brendan Bell. So this is a photo. Brendan's hobby activity this week was running the doubles tournament at Games and Stuff.
That's why I'm trying to see where am I? I think I'm in the back in the back corner over there. I think this is like the last game. Yeah.
That's you
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, back over there. So
and just in front of you is my buddy John Downs, and over here is Ed Amoroso and Josh Roberts.
nice.
Those three guys were part of a 4-man team tournament team that also always used to go to Adepticon for the team tournament. This year, each of those guys is leading their own 4-man team, so they've got
Cool.
people that they're taking to the team tournament at Adepticon.
That's awesome. And then they're going to come back and see who did better.
So, and Brendan also has been doing some work on his Custodes that
I love that.
taking to the team tournament.
That's awesome.
Those are cool.
And he did say in the post that the red putty there is a proprietary mix of epoxy sculpt and red wax lips.
Oh, that's cool.
As discussed last weekend on the show. But yeah, definitely he's having a lot of fun with converting these minis.
That's cool.
And drilling out the barrels.
Nice. Well done.
Yeah.
Excellent. Next up, Chris Allen, the idiot painter. That's not me calling him an idiot. That's his handle on.
Wow, Dave. Jeez, wow.
Sorry, on what do you call it? YouTube. So,
Yeah.
But there we go, painting up some Imperial fists.
Okay.
man.
I like the one random primed marine in there. Like,
Right. Yep. Well, I think it's one of those things. If you're out painting a whole bunch of models and one of them sort of falls off the tray, and you think you're painting 20, when you, you lay them all out again, and you go, "Oh, where'd that other guy go?"
Yeah. Or you had like a 10-man squad that you then decide, or 2 10-man squads, and then you decide you want to make them into a 20-man squad, and you're like, well, now I can't have like 2 sergeants, so I've got to make this other guy and throw him in there, and then he's, he falls behind.
Yep. Kat says, "Goodness, what a clean work desk." I know. It's making me twitch a little bit.
I was gonna say that's why you're looking upwards. You're not seeing downwards at my my actual workspace.
Right. Excellent. And here we got some.
Those are so cool.
yeah, they're great.
Blade Guard veterans.
Anytime that you do like the yellow scheme is just so good. It like pops and it's just like awesome. It's just it's a pain in the butt to do. So it's like if you know, you're even more impressed.
Yep, absolutely. But yeah, looking great there, Chris. Nice work. And Chris, photo of his pupper.
Oh, the goodest boy.
Good
That's
dog.
so good.
So yeah, nice one. Next up, Chris Gorka.
Oh wow.
So Chris,
Those are cool.
are these
Looks so good.
these are Shatterpoint models?
Yeah, those are Shatterpoint.
That's so good.
Because I was like, I have no idea who that character is.
So these guys, I think, are from the cartoon. These are not from any of the movies.
Yeah. But yeah, I love the yellow skin on the right.
Yeah.
I love the shark guy, like the white underneath and the blue on top. Like that just looks so good.
That line.
Yeah. So good.
It is really nice. But the yellow skin kind of reminds me of there's a character from Sin City.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that bright, vibrant yellow.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Excellent work there, Chris. And there are also these. These
cool.
Aqua droids.
Scott says, Dave, those are Riff Tampson and Nossa Ree.
Of course.
Joy.
That, of course, makes me think maybe they're not. We have to go and research, but no, thanks for that, Scott. And yeah, these crazy droids. They
look so good.
Yeah,
that like blue metallic. That's so good. That looks really awesome.
Yeah, it's got a very kind of 50s sort of mid-century feel.
Yeah. And the paint job really like enhances that. That's cool.
Yeah. Nice work, Chris. They look great.
Mm-hmm.
You can check those out in the Facebook group.
I like those.
John Steining.
Nice.
For his Death Core. These are the original Forge World models.
Oh, cool.
He said he only has two more of the original models to paint in his stash. So there we go.
Wow.
Nice.
There we go. Kel says they were from the Clone War series that mostly occurs on an underwater planet.
Oh, nice.
Which makes sense.
The Shadowpoint models are from. But yeah, looking good there, John. Excited. I'm sure you're excited to get to that those final two.
Yeah.
I like the tones he has on the green.
Yeah. Those are really cool.
Yeah. He's got a little bit of the War Paints Fanatic Tundra taupe in there.
Yeah, I see that back there. There we go.
That's involved in those greens there. No doubt. But yeah, cool. Nice one, John.
Very cool.
Jonathan Palomo has been adding some more models to his Space Wolves.
Yeah.
So
love me a good Space Wolf.
Yep, he went to a tournament this weekend as well.
Oh, nice.
But yeah,
he's got the old school metal Iron Priest.
Yeah, well, I think that's the one that they have now. Like I was thinking about converting one from the new Primaris Tech Marine, but that's the official model. That's the one that they have. So
that's
the official one. That's the one if you were to go to like their website now and buy it, that's the one that's going to come.
Yep.
But and then I love what he's done to make the
Justiciar
Lieutenant with combi weapons and the Justiciar with very wolfy. They look great. That's so cool.
They look awesome.
Great putting axes in there instead of the
I love it.
Blade.
I love it.
But yeah, looking very cool.
Very cool.
Nice work, Jonathan. I had fun with those. Josh Potter.
Oh, cool.
This has been painting up some
Knolls.
Yep, whole bunch of Knolls.
Yeah, those are all from Reaper.
Nice.
Yeah. So they look great. So this is the collected shot, and then I picked out a couple of the individuals.
Very cool.
This is the
Knoll great.
Shaman.
Yeah, it could be a Flind, but
no, I think he said it was a Shaman.
Nice.
Or he's using it as a Shaman, whatever it might happen to be. But getting ready to slap somebody with that whip. Looking cool, Josh.
I love the basing that he's got there. That looks so good.
Yeah. That kind of
deserty, rocky. Yeah, very cool.
Very cool. I dig it.
Nice work, Josh. They look good.
Yeah.
Cool. So there are a couple more individual shots that you can check out on the Facebook group. Very cool. Next up, Luis. Having fun with his second. This is second Dark Fury squad, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, I think so.
So
I know he has two. I don't know if this is the first one or the second one. But...
I think this is the second one. But yeah, he's having fun doing a little bit of batch painting as well.
Yeah.
Going through picking those out. I love the that they've got the Corvid skull.
Yeah, on the leg. That's so good.
Very cool.
Very cool.
And
oh yeah, that looks rad.
The talons.
Yeah. So the weird thing about this to me is like those used to have different rules. So there's like the lightning claws in the background, and then the champion has the raven's talons, and now they're all equipped with lightning claws, and you're like, oh, okay,
yeah,
yeah.
I think it's just because they're trying to make the games go faster in Heresy now, so like there's not like a million sub definitions of the essentially same weapon.
Yeah. They've been doing the same thing in 40K where it's like, now you have, Thunderwolf weapons, you know what I mean? Yeah. And then you have like just master crafted weapons. And it's like, all these things where it's like, as opposed to like having to go through, it's like, these are my swords, these are my axes, these are my hammers. And it's like, it makes every fight phase take 2-3 times as long. So I like it. But then again, like you said, like the granularity is a little bit lost. And it's like at that trade-off, it's I don't know. I think they're doing a pretty good job of that trade off, but it's you know, who knows? We'll see what they
Sometimes
do.
they can see your spot.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly.
But yeah, nice work coming along well, Luis. I look forward to those all completed in 5-6 weeks when we come back. Next up, Pete Hairston is painting up some Trench Crusade.
Yeah, very cool.
Pete has also been bitten by the Trench Crusade bug.
Love it.
Harder than me, perhaps, because he also got to travel to Belgium. I want to go back a few episodes, Phil. You'll see us chatting with Pete about his time.
Nice.
In Belgium at the Trench Crusade tournament there.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, he's working on his Great Hunger, which these models are from the Creature Caster collaboration.
Oh, yeah. Very cool.
So they're a variant on the Black Grail warband.
Oh, that's cool.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I mean, gross, but
yeah. Exactly.
I don't like them, but they're cool.
Yeah, exactly.
There we go. Well, Kel's saying unpopular opinion, but that's the fun. I think that might have been on the crunchy granularity.
Yeah.
Quite possibly. But yeah, looking good, Pete. Coming along nicely. Next up, Sean Gleason painted up these cool hounds from Mordheim.
Yeah.
Yep, the original Witch Hunter War.
Good doggos.
Yep, the doggo there with the eye patch.
Yeah, I love it.
Good. And he's blocked a little snotling about to hurl a mushroom on the front of that base.
That's so good. Those look great.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever played a game like I don't have an army that's on square bases, which I know make me a fake gamer boy over here, but yeah, I haven't done that. So
yeah,
that might have to change.
I definitely have owned armies on square bases.
Yeah.
I have, yes.
I've seen them at games and stuff. I've seen your armies.
Oh, actually, yeah, my Empire. Well, my Nuln artillery trainers there.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, looking good, Sean.
Yeah, very good.
Is great. Nice work. Then the final one we've got is
cool.
Steven Ryder. So Steven's
I love this.
Cool adventuring party.
Yeah.
It is linked in the group. Sorry, it's in the group, and it mentions. So this is a kind of like a pre set of models that Steven got to paint up, almost as like box art for the upcoming Kickstarter.
I remember when TSR or not TSR. I remember when Ral Partha started doing metal bases like this that had texture.
Right.
So for the first time, it's like, oh, it's not, a knight or a horse on like a slab of white metal. Like they actually sculpted like the stones. And I'm assuming they just started stamping them and then they mounted the models and then, molded them in one piece. But I remember when this first out, we're like, oh my God, like the base has like detail. It's not just they're standing on a round slab or something.
Yeah, I love it. I also I love how it shows that like basing doesn't have to be like super complex to just be effective and cool and give you like some sense with a model. Like that's awesome to see. That looks great.
Yeah. So it's for he said the Kickstarter minis I painted for the upcoming initial campaign from Orange Cat Games for their excellent adventure Tomb of the Ancient Moor King.
Cool.
This campaign begins tomorrow at 10 a.m. So that would have been 10 a.m. this morning. But if you check out the post, there's a link to Orange Cat Games, and you'll be able to check it all out.
Nice.
But yeah, neat. That
looks very cool.
I think that's the final one that we've got. It is. So just sharing there. Oh my goodness, 2025.
We did it.
What a crazy year. Oh.
Yeah, I made it to the end, and like I said, it took a lot of twists and turns there, but it's cool to see what everyone got done. It's awesome.
we did
Scott says, Merry Christmas to folks. Merry Christmas to Phil and Jake. Merry Christmas. Merry whatever Australian version of Christmas to Dave. Safe passage through the wasteland day. Maybe Father Guzzling will get you that new crossbow.
I'm hoping Father Guzzling will get me a new crossbow.
Oh my God.
I am heading to Australia for the first week of January. So I will escape the cold weather, be under the hot Australian sun. But doing some stuff with my mum over there. So and then I'll be back. I've got spray team the weekend after I get back from Australia, and then the 2 weekends after that are going to be birthday weekends for my wife. Her birthday actually falls on the 27th of January. She turns 50.
Nice.
So loads of celebrations that will be going on.
Yeah.
So I have to talk with Jake about when we're going to schedule our first episode of season 8.
Yeah.
Next year. But yeah, definitely kind of crazy.
Well, I wish everybody a safe break. I know for me, like I was talking to my wife, and for me, this is kind of like I don't know what it is like for you guys, but this is kind of my break from shows. Like I did 12 or 13 shows this year, and I don't do any shows after Everwinter until Gamma. So I basically have until Gamma's the first week of March.
Okay.
So I basically have a break until March. So I'm kind of excited about that. So
yeah, I have a break as well, but not that long. I've got I'm going to the U.S. War Masters in January on my birthday weekend. So it's like the 24th, 23rd is my birthday. So it's like that weekend I'm going up to Tennessee, and that'll be my my next foray in my trek to the top of the ITC hobby track. So that'll be fun, really exciting. I'm going to be going to all of the frontline gaming events. So the first one is going to be Cherokee Open, which is in North Carolina. So it's a drivable one for me, which is exciting. So that'll be in I think February, and then all of those. So yeah, I'll be starting pretty quick, but I've got a couple weeks now where I don't have to be traveling, which is nice. I'm looking forward to that.
That's the biggest thing I'm looking forward to, is that I don't need to get on a plane or do any kind of traveling for the next not quite 3 months. It's like from when it started like a week ago, like basically I have essentially all of December except for the first week, and then all of January, and then all of February, and then it starts in March. So
yeah, I'm doing like 1 month. So
nice. Hey, I mean,
which to me is a lot.
Dave, you got anything else you want to plug or mention, or?
No, I think we're all good. We'll be posting some stuff in between times anyway. Phil, we invite you to post all of your hobby progress.
Yeah, love to.
Give us your update each month of where you're at in the ITC hobby track rankings.
Yeah, a little while ago, I was number 1 in the South region because I managed to win Best Painted at a GT in Charlotte. So that was like the first one of my tests, and I was like, all right, well now I guess we're doing this thing.
On the roll.
I might look around and see if they do. Like Phil and I were talking, I was trying to see if they do like a Heresy version.
Yeah,
and it seems like at the moment they don't. So
okay.
But we'll see.
They might expand into it, because I know that I don't think there was a Heresy showing at World Championships, but they might be doing something along those lines maybe next year, I imagine, because like the new edition just came out, which is why they may not have had it kind of geared towards it, but it would be awesome.
Well, all right, we're gonna get out of here. Everybody keep an eye on the Facebook page and all of the other social media stuff. Once Dave and I figure out when we're gonna have our next episode, we will. Who knows? Maybe we'll try to squeeze in like a holiday episode. We've done that in the past. We might miss you guys and stick one in. I'm not saying that's gonna happen. I'm saying that it might. But we'll keep you guys posted. Everybody stay safe out there. Have a great holiday. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Whatever you're into. Have a safe New Year. Stay safe. Look out for one another, and do not forget to build,
paint, play.
Thanks, Phil. Thanks, Army Painter.
Hey, thank you.
Shut up and sit down.